Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight you have Stu Wally. As usual, tonight we're going to talk about the latest rumor about Tchouaméni, and could Manchester United be positioning themselves for a shock move for Aurélien Tchouaméni? And the reports from Spain continue to suggest that Tchouaméni is not viewed as untouchable at Real Madrid, while Federico Valverde remains one of the midfielder the club are determined to keep. So with Jude Bellingham, Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouameni all competing for central roles, the question remains over whether the current midfield balance is sustainable long term. So this is where Man United comes in, and we have heard rumors about somewhere in between 70 to 80 millions. And for me, I think that's a deal we should explore. So this could also explain why United appear cautious over the structure and valuation of a potential Matheus Fernandes deal. We heard rumors yesterday about Matheus Fernandes being linked to Spurs, none other. So I don't know what's going on there, but I feel it's his agent Jorge Mendes who's playing the game. So at around 80 million for Tchouaméni, it feels like a deal that could become realistic if the circumstances change for Man United and Real Madrid. We have heard rumors about Enzo Fernandez to Real Madrid, so maybe if that deal goes through, Real Madrid needs the money for Tchouaméni. So guys, we will go through all the stats, the details about Tchouaméni. We'll go through the latest transfer news. As I mentioned, Matheus Fernandes. We will talk about West Ham, that they need to generate funds before the end of the financial transfer year. And Leeds. What about Leeds? They are linked to another guy that we have been linked to, Shea Charles from Southampton, £20 million. We will bring you the latest updates. Bergvall, another guy, Lucas Bergvall, the Swedish guy from Spurs, apparently came out and said he wants to change clubs. He don't want to stay at Spurs anymore. Maybe he doesn't like the new coach. I don't know, but maybe we will be linked to him. We will talk about Lucas Bergvall, and the craziest rumor this weekend was Sesko to Barcelona. Barcelona were sniffing at Sesko. Oh, you understood right away. Man United will never sell Sesko. I will bring you those rumors too. And our hearts go out to Mark Hughes because this weekend, yesterday, his son passed away. So from all in the Tactical Devils community, me and Stu, we wish him the best, and our love goes out to Mark Hughes in these difficult times. There's also some other updates. We have been linked to a guy in Anderlecht. We will look a little bit about him, Nathan De Cat. What a strange name, but it's Belgium, De Cat. So we will have De Cat playing for Man United, maybe. He's a youngster, but he's a regular at Anderlecht's first team in the Belgium Jubilair League or Super League or whatever it's called. So I will show you the stats on the cat from Anderlecht. And also we heard yesterday about Lewis Hall and Man United having a verbal agreement. So that deal is not dead. And last but not least, the biggest news of them all. Apparently, Mark Goldbridge don't want Sander Berge. Yeah, that is what it was the latest. So, guys, Stu and I will debate and talk about the latest, and also the latest on the World Cup. So, guys, bear with me. I will be back, and Stu will be back after the 5-second intro. While you're at it, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils, and we will be back after this. Yes. Boom, 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 guys, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. It's Sunday night. We will do the weekend wrap up, talk about the latest Man United, and also a little bit about the World Cup and everything that have happened. The transfer rumors never stops. So guys, we will tell you about the latest. The guy drinking the vitamin water on my left is Mr. Stu Wally. And how you doing, my friend? How's your weekend been?
Better than was it Friday? Or Thursday? Thursday. Better than Thursday.
Yes. We had Norrigan coming in as a
replacement. So thank you to Norrigan for that one. Hi everybody. Welcome to the show. It's really muggy in the UK. Massively muggy. No wind. And we're moaning again. We're moaning in the UK. We're moaning about the quality of the World Cup. We're moaning about the weather. So it's really, I think it's going to be an interesting week for the UK in terms of politics, in terms of everything that's going on in the world. I think it's going to centre in and around the UK at this point in time. But ultimately, I'm okay. I'm looking forward to Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll get a win. Early hours of Monday for you, is it?
Yeah.
You're on about 15 in the morning, I think. I think it's about 12:15 or something like that you play. So I'm waiting for the World Cup to really spark into life. But apart from that, I'm good. Apart from that, I'm good.
I can see that, Stu. I can see that. And kind of a lot of boring games at the moment, but there are some gems in between. So we just gotta bear with it. And it's only every fourth year, so that's how it is. We have a lot of people who have tuned in. I see Blank coming in. Big up Jarvis, Gidonius. Big up. Good to see you, Gidonius. We have Robert coming in and saying, "I'm tired of hearing the Man United transfers." Yes. But there's not much to talk about. But again, we are just reporting the weather. Big up, Robert. I'm glad you joined in. And King Carrick coming in saying, "Big up, Jarvis. Big up the King." We have Irish Pit Terrier. Hit that like button on the way in, guys. Yes, as Danny B told you, smash the like, guys. So important. And let me see what else. Let me just scroll. We have Gaz Elliot. Yes, Stu.
We got two super chats from Blank. I don't think they're from Friday. So let me just double check. That's from today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But okay, we will bring that up.
Another one from Blank
just let me say hi to all the guys in the chat, and we'll go to your super chats. Blank, thank you so much, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Gas Elliot is in the house, coming in and say, how many red cards has there been in this World Cup? Yes, a lot of red cards. And recently we just saw Belgium and the young centre back doing a calamity on Taremi and pulling his shirt as hard as this. And Taremi, he fell down as a sack of potato and a straight red card. Last man standing. Okay, let me just I saw Stephanie in the house. Big up, Stephanie. I hope you're well. We have Das. We have I am Titanium. Belal is coming in and say hi. What the result for Iran? A draw. Still alive. It's an open group. Any one of them can go through, and it's Australia, Egypt, and Iran and Belgium. So we will see. But I think this Belgium team looks toothless.
Rubbish.
Yeah. Johnny Commode, big up Johnny. We have Nietzsche fan. We have AK. A lot of people. Let me just go down here. We have Rob Always United. Big up Rob coming in with some low hearts and positivity. Jarle Malmin from Norway. Anyway, the Iran keeper, I think he did one of the very best saves I ever seen. Amazing stuff. Yes. And the Routinator gives us a count of 30 likes. So if you are new, please do smash the like. I can't shout out all your names. I see Burba, big up Ryan Burba. A lot of Neil Davis is in the house. Monty, all of you guys. Let's do the super chat. So the first
Just before we do that quickly, we must say a big happy Father's Day to all the dads in the UK. Apparently, it's not Father's Day in Norway.
No, it's not.
Anywhere else. Happy Father's Day to all of you. You've had a great day. You deserve it. Although nobody was giving dads free coffee in Shropshire today, so I was a bit gutted about that. But apart from that, happy Father's Day to you. At Blank, I think he deserves the get out of town Guardiola.
Let's play the Guardiola chant for Blank and his super chat.
Yes, F off Guardiola. At Blank 9261, you are an absolute legend. You popped in with 2 already this and the show's barely 10 minutes old. So thank you very much for that. And Blank says, and I'll give you a quick wave of the glasses as well. We might as well splash the cash. It was 70 to 80 mil. Pay it. We got these scrub teams in the Premier League charging that for 4 players without as much quality. Absolutely, and I think he's quite right.
Yeah.
He also comes in
without as much quality. Yeah.
He also comes in with lovely. Happy Father's Day. Big up to all the dads in here. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, big up to all the dads in the Devilish Tacticos community. And Blank, what a legends coming in with 2 super chats. Let's just it's actually 3 super chats. Oh my God, Blank is going nuts on the super chat. Yes, we have missed. But let's just talk about this. We might as well splash the cash. It's 70 to 80 million. Pay it. So you're talking about the Tchouaméni and 70 to 80 million. Going into the main topic of the evening, Tchouaméni should be just might as well splash the cash. Call Real Madrid and say, okay, we want him. Let's be done with it. Here, it's 80 millions. He's ours.
I don't think anything's going to happen in the midfield market till either Tonali is sold or Anderson. I think once that deal is done, then it's going to set the target price for other players. So if Anderson has gone for, I mean, I don't know whether it's true, but somebody suggested that City had 125 mil turned down by Forest and they want 140 now or something ridiculous like that. So I don't know. And they want guaranteed 140, don't they? So they want 130 plus add-ons, but whatever they want to guarantee. I'm hearing that, and we all know that Tottenham put a bid in for 70 to 75. Was it 70 million? I think it was for Tonali, and Newcastle want 100 million guaranteed.
Yes.
Blank is absolutely right. Until those are sold, those players are sold, then you've got no market value for Matheus Fernandes. You've got no real market value for Tchouaméni, and this is what will happen. This is why we can't get deals done, because if City agree to Forest at 140 mil or whatever it turns out to be, and Newcastle and Tottenham agree a deal of say 100, maybe even 105 for Tonali, then everything else will follow suit. So to me, it's poor form that City can't do this deal. They clearly don't want to spend 140 million, and absolutely they shouldn't be spending anywhere near 140 million, because Anderson is an exceptional footballer. We all know that. But am I right in saying this? He's maybe had 1.5 really top seasons. He was talked about in the Champions League / Europa League thing, but he's had a much more stellar season the second season. So he's really only had maybe 1.5, good seasons. And to push that type of money, 140 million on Anderson is, I mean, you are in the stratosphere of making Vinny Jr., as an example, unsellable, aren't you?
You mentioned a lot of things, Stu, and also this came out, due Monday, and understand Liverpool bid for Jan Tchouaméni was actually 80 million euros plus 20 million and not 90 plus 10 as originally thought. So again, the transfer sums this window are insane. They are in the stratosphere. All are pushing at 100 million euros. So again, where are we going with this? Is every player worth 100 million? Because for me, it sounds absurd. You come with one big season or a mediocre plus season, and suddenly you are 100 million.
Well, what was your opinion on Diamandi last night?
He was poor.
He was average at best, wasn't
he? He didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he had no courage. He was. I think he felt the world was watching him, and for me, it tells me a guy who's cave under that kind of pressure. Although it's a World Cup playing for his home country, but again, it's not the Champions League final or the quarterfinal. Something like even bigger. So again,
well, Jarvis, just wait till he turns out at Anfield then against Manchester United.
Yeah, or comes to Old Trafford.
Yeah, if you fucking can't cope in a World Cup, in a pretty mediocre World Cup so far, then and my problem is, as I go back to what I'm saying about Anderson, it makes Vinny Jr. unsellable, Lamine Yamal unsellable.
Now they must be about 500.
What's
500 million.
Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes. What's Bruno Fernandes now worth if you are looking at 80 to 85 for Matheus Fernandes, 100 million for Tonali, 140 million or whatever that stupid fee is for Anderson? What are these players worth? Lewis Hall they want 70 million for. What and Cucurella goes for 55. What is going on? And I think ultimately, agents are trying to get a slice of the transfer fee now. I think that's what they're interested in. They're interested in a slice of the transfer fee. And I think maybe players are looking at trying to get a slice of the transfer fee as well.
You are right, Stu. And the latest rumors, as I mentioned in my opening statements, Jorge Mendes and all his madness. He's controlling everything and pulling all the strings when it comes to the Real Madrid signings, the Mourinho thing. He's the agent of Mourinho, Matheus Fernandes, and also the Spurs deal. The rumors came out yesterday that was going to be an agent fee involved in the.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, unofficial. Again, I heard it through other sources, but again, it's the greed is also the more the money you get, the bigger the greed will become.
It's becoming problematic, old friend, because you've got to buy the player for his ability first and foremost. Secondly, you've got to buy him for how he's going to fit in to the way that you want to play. What's his personality like? We've been all this before. We've been through this before. We've spoken about it a lot. But more importantly, you've got to kick the agent into touch, and that's where Fergie had his problems with Mino Raiola, for example. He just didn't want to deal with those idiots. He made it very clear. I don't want to deal with these idiots. You don't deserve the money. You're just negotiating. You're just a third party that's coming in and negotiating the deal. And if the player is stupid enough to allow the agent to be price driven, i.e., if Fernandes, let's be honest, let's be true, if Fernandes is stupid enough to let Jorge Mendes dictate where he goes,
I don't want him then.
I don't want him. I'm not interested.
No.
If you've got somebody who is weak mentally because his agents that thinks he can get an extra $2 million or £2 million, €2 million, whatever, out of Tottenham over Manchester United to line his own pockets, fire the fucker. I mean, he's the most powerful agent.
To be fair to Matheus Fernandes, we don't know his role into all of this. Maybe he's just letting Jorge Mendes do his thing, and Jorge Mendes is saying, "Stay calm. Let me do my thing. I know this, you don't. So keep shut, and I will fix this. You will come to United eventually, but I'm having a role as trying to get as much money as possible for you." That's my job.
That could be the right, and that is his job to do it. But you've got to know your own worth as a footballer, though. And I don't think they do. I don't think individual players know their own worth. I think individual players look at it, and I think it's a status thing almost. For a footballer, I was sold for 100 million. Yeah, but you ain't worth 100 fucking million. Never in a million years are you worth 100 million. You're worth 50 million at best. But Manchester United thought I was worth 100 million, so I went for 100 million. And I actually think, Jarvis, the devilish tacticos, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think 5 years ago we would have paid 100 million for Matheus Fernandes. I really do. I think we would have paid it.
If it was Ed Woodward sitting there with this checkbook, the Disney of the Premier League.
And as much as I'm frustrated, like everybody else is at this point in time, and I really am as frustrated because I think it's poor. I think when you look at what's happened, there are players getting done, there are deals getting done during the World Cup. All right, I know it's country dependent. I've got no problem with that. Sometimes I'll allow you, but we can only do half a medical apparently. And everybody else can do a full medical. Only we can do half a medical. I was pissing myself when he came out. And he said, it's almost done. It's not quite there yet. He must be thinking, what the fuck is going on here? I can do half a There's 7 days between games at the minute, at this level. Everyone else gets fucking done and dusted. Look at Van Hecker. Tottenham. He was playing fucking Tottenham yesterday. Holland yesterday was Van Hecker, and he'd signed for Spurs the day before. So
but how long it takes to do a VO2 max test. It's very difficult.
I know. You don't get it on your watch.
No.
I bet it's really it's poor. It's well, I don't know whether we're doing the right thing or the wrong thing as a club at the minute. I'm so torn. I've got to be honest on it. I'm so torn.
We will know at the end, Stu. I get what you're saying and your frustration, and then I share it. And I think the most of the guys who's watching the show share your frustration when it comes to the window. But guys, a lot of good comments coming in. There are 48 likes, and also Stu, I mentioned we have three super chats from Blank, who's going bananas on the super chats, coming in and saying Barca can buy Sesko on FIFA. Dead scummy club. Yes, Barcelona, and all the news coming out yesterday on actually Barcelona looking at Benjamin Sesko. So again, for me, I think that's madness. Well, I think it was what's the word? Demented? No, it was.
Momentum,
what's the word? No. The rumors that it was cemented. No, not cemented. Demented something. The rumors is not there anymore. Some reports came out on Sesko saying he will stay at Man United. It's not an option for United selling Benjamin Sesko.
I don't know where that came from. I think it's pretty poor. I think it's lazy journalism as usual, old friend. And I think we should just move on from there. But I think we should give at Blank maybe the real super chat.
Yes, for doing a hat trick, coming in with 3 super chats.
We've ran a hat trick of super chats before, I don't think.
Let's play the one with Arnie Slot Arnie Slot and.
I want to Bilal. I want to put your comment up. So we can do this, and I'll put your comment up.
Okay. So this is the super chat. We are playing the jingle for.
The jingle.
I'm the producer at the same time, so it's always.
You're the best producer on the planet. I think Blank actually needs the flashes. You have to get those prepared.
Yes. He will get the flashes.
By the way, before we go any further, tomorrow night's show is at 8 p.m. UK time. Just a reminder, Jarvis did post it earlier on. Just a quick reminder, 8 p.m. UK time, because we want to make sure we're in between the matches tomorrow. But Balalu.
Yes, and I really want to see France play against Iraq. It's in Norway's group, so it's a big game for me too. So again, we will go a little bit early.
Yes. So
Balalu Nadi coming
new
in.
Subscriber, by the way, he's subbed. And he's like the video. He said, Jarvis and Stu, if you were both happy, and we were both happy with Ineos in the last transfer window, by the way, we were, and you should have the same hope for them for this transfer window. Absolutely, your logic is very, very sound, well-founded, and spot on. And we do have hope. We just feel just a bit like everybody at the moment, a tad frustrated, I think, with what's being reported as usual. Me and Jarvis are very level-headed, and you'll get that with us. We're very to the point, level-headed. The Devilish Tacticos are the best on YouTube. So welcome to the fold. We read out as many comments as we can. When we're doing, just so you know, when we're doing tactical stuff, we very rarely read out any comments about the devilish tactics.
No, yeah,
they know that. But it's a very good point, and yeah. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Belalu Manadi coming in. And guys, I want to go back to the transfer news. So let's talk a little bit about Tchouaméni. And this report came out. I think it was earlier today, saying that the Camavinga and Tchouaméni are midfield sale candidates at Real Madrid, and Valverde is not for sale. This comes from Diarios. I think it's a Spanish news outlet, 3.5 million followers. So they know more about the Spanish league than most. And that both Tchouaméni and Camavinga, it's something that hasn't been spoken enough about. Camavinga also being available for sale this summer. And also, I just want to bring up this because this came out, I would say 5-6 days ago, and it's about the Madrid zone saying that Jose Mourinho does not consider Tchouaméni untouchable. He does not put him in the same tier as Jude Bellingham and Federico Valverde. So again, I think it's similar reports stating the same thing, and sometimes you have to say there's no smoke without fire. And it could be that Tchouaméni is on his way out, but also Camavinga. So again, Stu, let me just ask the question, because I do the devilish advocate all the time and ask you a lot of stupid questions that's obvious. But again, out of those two, Camavinga or Tchouaméni, who would you prefer us signing?
Well, at the two, you roll the dice with Tchouaméni for sure. I don't like Camavinga too left-footed for me, too one-footed. I think we do need a left-footed player in the middle of the park for balance. I do, which is why I quite like Baleba. I think he will offer us a great deal of balance. Left-footed. You've got the multi-footed talents of Camavinga. You've got the industry of Edison. I think a nice left-footed balance player will be. But I just wanted to put what
Ante Simba.
It's a really good, really good point. Yeah, but I like it. I like a 6. And people are saying, well, the 6s are going out the window. You're playing 2 8s, etc., etc. As we pointed out, Jarvis, you still got to have a player that runs a 6 role, whether you're playing 2 8s or not. It's just one of those. So Godonicus, me and you are on the same page. I agree with Camavinga as well. At Blank, we're saying that Camavinga is quite injury prone. I think he is. But I also agree with Simba that I think there's no way at the 2. I think Camavinga gets the boot and not Tchouaméni. What's really more interesting than anything is that you've got somebody who's putting 2 and 2 together and coming with 4 because he knows that the defensive side of Real Madrid has been sorted with Cucurella and with Dumfries. So that's your new right back, your new left back,
and a new contract for the other guy, the French.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think what his name is, but I know that
you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. And we also know that ultimately up front you're going to be playing with Vinicius, Bellingham as a 10, and Mbappe. Ultimately, you're going to be playing with that. And I think at Blanks, right, I think Tchouaméni starts more games than not as a 6. And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Mr. Trent Alexander playing a floating 8 and then around there, because he's not going to play him out wide, is he? He's not going to get in a right back, but he's not going to just take away his Beckham-esque crossing. So I think you might see a difference.
You still believe in Trent?
I don't. I've never have. I don't think he's a. I think he's a very, very good ball player, but I don't think he's excellent. He's a competent ball player in terms of his crossing ability. Is brilliant, and it really is. Hands up to the lad. He's got, but he's a good ball player. But he's not a great defender. He's okay positionally, but he gets caught out, and he did get caught out at right back. But they used him further up, didn't they? If you remember, towards the latter part of the season, Arbeloa did. So for me, I think if there is, and look, let's be clear about this, right? They are linked with midfielders. They've done their the fullbacks. They're now linked with midfielders. Okay, so they are going to. Oh, and of course, Konate signed as well, hasn't he?
Yes.
So Konate. So they've got a centre half as well. So it makes sense for them to move into the middle. So
and Bernardo Silva.
Oh, they got Bernardo Silva. Yeah,
didn't he sign for Real Madrid?
Yes, he has. So you got a bit of creativity in there. Yeah, you got a bit of creativity in there. But I want somebody a bit younger. Now, I don't think Real Madrid go in for Matheus Fernandes too much. I think they want Enzo Fernandez out of Chelsea. And I think it's going to cost them 100 million. So I think they're going to have to remove Camavinga for sure. And that's going to bring in, 60, 70 million for him. So looking at a net 30 million, I would say, on their next central midfielder. That's what they're doing. Okay. That's how I would look at it, and that's how I think it will work out.
But I have to be honest, I would rather have Tchouaméni than Camavinga. And as a lot of you guys in the chat mentioning, he's injury-prone, Camavinga. And the only thing I can say that's positive with Camavinga compared to Tchouaméni is Camavinga is more versatile. He can play as a fullback too. He's played plenty of games as fullback for Real Madrid at a high level, and he's done quite well. You know, he can operate as a left midfielder and a left back at times. So again, you know, he would also bring versatility. So again, I wouldn't be unhappy with us signing a player like him. And also, as you mentioned, Stu is left-footed. And we have talked about Mamadou Sangare from RC Lens a lot of times because of his left foot. For me, you know, him, Sanderbergs would be signings I would definitely bring in. But again, you know, Goldbridge don't approve. It's just the way it is.
But a really good point about Camavinga, actually, in the left back. Yeah. I'd forgotten about that, and he has. There was a variety of games, wasn't there, last season where Camavinga did operate left back. He did. He did operate.
We can take him both. Camavinga as left back and Tchouaméni as the number 6.
You don't get both. You don't get both. I don't think you get both anyway. I think Tchouaméni stays.
No, yeah.
I the two. The great thing about football is you're going to get a lot of. You're going to get a lot of. Yeah, it's true. Wizard. He did. He gave him. He doesn't. He's competent, isn't he? He's a very good ball player, but he hasn't got a specific role. I totally agree with you on that one. Which is why I wouldn't be surprised if Mourinho, because Mourinho, by the way, he's got a history of playing players what they class as out of position. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if we didn't use him for crossing.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
We're not interested in Real Madrid. We're talking about Manchester United. The biggest thing that the devilish tacticos are talking about more than anything is it's all about squad depth now we're in the Champions League. And it's getting these players in that can add to the squad, that can come on, and we're not weakened by it. We're not a weakened team by doing it. If you're looking at the World Cup at the moment, if you're looking at certain games, we have been weak on the bench, and we can't afford to do that in the Champions League. So keeping the right profile of play is important, which is why I would always argue that VTech needs to come back and at least play the cup games. Really push Lamens to remain at number 1. We've seen great goalkeepers. Courtois, you know, had his issues, didn't he, at Chelsea? He's had his issues at Real Madrid. You know, he's had his issues before because he's got nobody pushing him. When you consider De Gea, when it was his very, very best, who did he have behind him?
We had the Argentinian national goalkeeper Romero.
Romero behind him, and Romero was a hell of a keeper when he came in.
He was a hell of a keeper.
So you need somebody like VTech to come in and push Lamens, and that's how you do it. Like that's how you build a squad. You build a squad of players that are hungry, want their time on the pitch, and will do anything to keep their time on the pitch. And I think we've got too few of those. That's my issue, Joe.
I think you make a decent point, Stu, because it hasn't been talked about enough. And also, you know, the second goalkeeper coming in and pushing Senne Lamens. I think we are well content about Senne Lamens at the moment. But we got to remember he's young. A lot of things can happen. He can have the so-called second season syndrome coming in. And, you know, what will happen with Senne Lammens? Let's say he starts the season with a calamity, 2 or 3 errors leading to goals in the first 5 games, and suddenly all eyes is on Senne Lammens. It would be great to have a decent number 2 who can come in and just take the weight off Senne Lammens' shoulders, in a difficult moment. Let's say he loses his form, he loses his focus. It could happen with goalkeepers, and he's still young. So again, not that I believe it will happen to Senne Lammens, but I get what you're saying. It's actually a good argument, Stu.
Yeah, you've got
to keep Vitek.
Yeah, you have to think. You've got to think about these things. You're talking about Luke Shaw, for example. He'll have 1 more season, and then his contract is up. Luke Shaw's bound to get injured. If we don't get a decent left back in, we are going to be reliant on Harry Amas, or we're going to be reliant on Leon, or we're going to be reliant on putting Ballandorgu at left back. That's where we are when we know that Ballandorgu is better employed.
Well, we do have Mazraoui and Dallo, who's both versatile enough to play on the other side. Yeah.
Mazraoui at this point in time has probably been player of the tournament for me in those 2 games. Has been absolutely phenomenal at left back for Tunisia.
What's going on with him?
He's been brilliant. And he's been covering in the centre back as well. If you've noticed during the games, he's been absolutely phenomenal. So we do have Mazraoui, but then we don't have a secondary right back then, do we? That can come in and if Dallo is not playing. So we've got problems.
We always have Ahmad. We can.
Well, no, we do.
Or even Lenny Yoro, he can play as a right back. There are options.
There are options. There are options. But we are, we're injuries away, aren't we, from having a really bad season again? At this current point in time, we're injuries away from having a really bad season. We can't rely on Mount. We can't rely on Edison to come in and have a stellar first season. We just can't. Ignorance is bliss. There you go. Bilal sums it up in one. Is he changed his? He's now Lumen. Has he changed his name? I think he changed his name. No, but ignorance is bliss. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
We are. Are we currently ignorant, or are we currently letting the wind blow in the direction we want it to go to and feed in?
Stu, I saw the Swedish Rumble. By the way, go follow him on X. He's a great guy. He knows so much about the financial side, but he also asks a lot of good questions. And he did a simulation on ChatGPT for himself and found out the average of injuries through the whole season for all the top 6 teams. And it's basically 5 to 6 players out at all time. And he did the simulation with Man United randomly. 5 to 6 players out all the time and set up the team. So we are a thin squad at the moment. Okay, we have backups, but we don't have the right backups to keep the same level. We have players that can play in those positions, but we will instantly drop if we have injuries on the wrong players. So again, I think this is where we have problems in Man United. It's not about the squad depth per se. It's about the squad depth in quality. So for me, it's always about 16 to 17 high quality players who can come in and fill the role, and if you get more than 5 to 6 injuries, you can't prepare for that anyway. That's madness, but.
Well, a point in case would be, Jarvis, and it's a very crude example, but it's a true example. Me and you are playing in the same team. We're playing in your Vets game in Norway, and you invite me across to play. And I'm at centre half, and I go off injured, and you have to come in and fill my place at centre half. Now you do a job, but you wouldn't be as dynamic as me. Just imagine then if I was on the bench and you were playing left wing, you get injured, and I have to come on play for you. I could do a job, I could get the ball, control it, and move it, but I couldn't be as industrious as you.
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about when it comes to squad balance and actually being able to build a squad. That if we get an injury to Maguire and Heaven is playing, yes, we've got Yoro to come in, or yes, we've got Martinez to come in, or yes, we've got De Ligt to come in, but we can't rely on De Ligt at this point in time.
Because not yet anyway.
Not yet, but eventually we might be
able to wait until December before he's back.
I think December to January. So we just aren't squad ready, and that's really, really key to this. So, I think he's having a headache. Where, if he's on holiday at the minute, Carrick, I think he's on his sun lounger, in constant contact with the club, and he's got one hell of a headache. And your average migraine tablet's not going to get rid of it at this point in time, because he'll be thinking about where we are. We're coming towards the end of June. Next week is the end of June, beginning of July. We've got friendlies around the corner.
End of the financial year. I think that's the most important thing of them all.
We've got friendlies around the corner. We've got players that will come back, players, like Maguire, who've not been on international duty, etc. And, he's going to be working with a very small squad to start with. So he's going to get all of the juniors back in, the under-23s, under-18s. He's going to be training those, coaching those, taking some of those away on tour with him. You're waiting for the players who go further on in the tournament to come back. And then they've got to have 2 weeks holiday, or however much they want to do. And the likes of Mazraoui, who was out for most of January because they got to the final of the African Cup of Nations.
Yes.
He reaches the quarterfinals or semi-finals of the World Cup. He hasn't had a break. He's going to have
it's true. It's true.
So, it's the balancing act is really critical. So I get why they're looking at players that aren't at the World Cup, but you can't dick about with it then.
No, we need them in early and be part of the preseason and all this. It's so important to be integrated in the squad. Also, I look at the type of players. I had a debate with Mick Rubio the other day on WhatsApp. He talked about Tchouaméni and the Tchouaméni rumors. And for me, the more I think of it, he's not a part of the Portuguese speaking, counting the Brazilians and English part of the squad. And I think, coming in as a French player, you probably will have more time, need more time to get integrated into the squad.
He's only got Lenny, hasn't he? He's only got Yoro.
Yeah, one player.
Yeah, I think
so. Again, you can say what you want, but how you communicate with other people. I don't know his English if it's fluent or not. But again,
I don't know. But you're coming from a different, playing from Spain to the World Cup and coming to the UK and playing in the Premier League. We're away at Hull. The first game, he doesn't. Oh, of course, he's Belgian, isn't he? So he'll speak French.
Okay. And then you've got, but you should suspect Man United have done their due diligence with the players and know how they will fit in the dynamic of the squad.
Yeah, they'll have French-speaking people within the club anyway, don't they? But I mean, for me, we've got to get it done a bit quicker. I just think we're a little bit slow off the mark. So, but like I say, I think it'll all depend on what happens with Anderson or Tonali. Once one of those is sold, then I think you'll get the domino effect.
Yeah,
here he is. Yeah, Mr. Mark Nurse in the house.
Oh, Mark,
absolutely legend. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see your YouTube channel going really, really well as well, pal. If you know Mark,
big up, Mark. Yeah, sorry, I got a message from Bilal. Big up, Bilal. Thank you for keeping the house in order and all of that. I appreciate all the moderators for the job you do, and then everybody is a part of this community. And let's just keep it civilized and behave. We are all adults, and we are talking about the least important thing, that's football. But for us, it's super important. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark, MUFC fan, doing all the watch-alongs on his channel. Check it out. Go check it out. I just want to quickly end the Tchouaméni thing by just bringing up a little bit about the player before we go to the rest of the transfer news, guys. So bear with me. When we look at Tchouaméni, he's 185 centimeters of height, so he's a good aerial dueler. He's 26 years of age. That's perfect. He's in his prime. Transfer value is 70 million euros. So we are talking about 70 to 80 millions, according to the rumors. But the thing is, his contract ends in 2028. So again, if he's not willing to sign a new contract with Real Madrid, it's the perfect time for them to sell him. And you know, as someone mentioned in the chat, he can play as a CM, DM, and also a centre back. So it's not like Tchouaméni is not versatile. If you go to his player traits, I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me just enhance it a little bit, so maybe it's easier for you guys. Is in the build-up of the play, 86 percentile when it comes to touches, 92 percentile when it comes to aerial duels, 84 percentile when it comes to defensive contributions. So he has his strengths, and this is a lot of the strengths I feel that maybe we are lacking in this Man United midfield. If you go down a little bit further, this season in La Liga, he scored 1 goal in 31 games started, 33 matches in total, and 2,600 minutes with an average rating of 7.37. You know, that's green, and that's magnificent. But again, it's for Real Madrid, but you know, that's his rating. Quickly, per 90 this season when it comes to successful passes is in the 84.3 percentile. Successful pass percentile is in the 72.3 percentile. So that's quite good. In possession, he wins a lot of duels, is in the 98.7 percentile compared to the top 5 leagues in Europe. So that's extremely high. Aerial duels won is on 100%. So he's the best when it comes to defensive midfielders winning aerial duels in the top 5 leagues in Europe. I think that's a strong stat per 90. Obviously, I don't know how to read this. It's 0.0, so it doesn't matter. So it's never dispossessed.
So those are two interesting ones. The aerial duels at 100%. I do find that a little bit strange because you might get 1 duel in 90 minutes and you get 100% because you win that 1 duel. Now, if you win in 100% out of 5 aerial duels, for example, then it's good. The dispossession, again, is quite interesting because what it's saying is, you know, I always talk about the ability of a top footballer to play 2, 3, 4 yard passes. That's what dispossession is. You didn't get caught loitering on the ball. He gets it and he moves it, you know, and so he's moving it to the proportionate area of the pitch rather than the disproportionate area.
So he plays it safe in the.
He plays it safe, and that's what a good 6 does.
That's good.
Yeah, a good 6 plays it in safe. His lack of goals and his touches in the opposition box will tell you he's more concerned on his defensive part of his game, which is what, again, a good CDM should be.
Yeah, he's a defensive monster. If you see touches in the opposition box, he's only in the 43.4 percentile. If you go further down on his defensive stats, he puts in 3 tackles per 90 in average. That's in the 76.7 percentile. That's very high. Interceptions, it tells you how he reads the game. You have 2 interceptions per game. That's in the 80th percentile. Recoveries, also about reading the game. It's good. Not the best, but it's good. And if you go down a little bit, yellow cards, red cards, nothing's due. So I don't know how you see this.
We don't want him then. Well, but have a look at it though. If you go back up slightly, we get the clean sheets because that's the goalkeeper. But he's saying his defensive contribution is not great, but yet he wins 3 tackles. But it depends where those tackles are won. So if those tackles are won in the 18-yard box, his defensive contribution is absolutely brilliant. If those tackles are won in the, I don't know, the middle of the park, for example, then they will call it brilliant because he's in there and he's winning tackles in the middle of the park. His interceptions are in the middle of the park, and his recoveries are done in the middle of the park. So they're looking at that in the middle third rather than the final third. Dribble pass, we don't care whether or not you can dribble. You don't. Now, again, goals conceded while on the pitch. So those are kind of your clean sheets, your goals conceded. I'm with you on that, Jarvis. You don't pay any attention to them. They're just meaningless. I'm not too fussed about XG as well. You know that. I just don't necessarily agree with XG.
But I think his stats is amazing, and also if you go to SofaScore, and I like to look at his heat map. So let's just let's just do this. Where is it? I gotta go with here. Compare, yes, compare, and we can look at his heat map for not for France in the FIFA World Cup, but we want to look at do we want to look at Champions League or the Spanish League?
Yeah.
Am I breaking up?
No, I can hear you, mate. Sorry, what did you say? I was reading Zimba. Zimba was just talking about. I pay no attention to clean sheets, and he was talking about a combination of the whole team, and I totally agree. So I was just reading his message. Sorry, what were you asking me?
I was asking, do we want to see his heat map for the Champions League or the La Liga?
Champions League. It'd be more interesting. Yeah,
so this is his heat map.
That's exactly where I like a midfielder, isn't it? The middle third. So he very rarely ventures out the middle part of the pitch. So that's his main.
Yeah,
aim.
The box. You always talk about the box.
Yeah, always talk about the box. That's his main aim. So, and he doesn't get into the opposition box. But yeah, you see, they talk about his defensive contributions being not so great. If you look at his heat map within our defensive area, it would appear to be quite strong from a positional point of view. Would you not agree?
Yeah. I agree, Stu. But my only worry when we look at a play like this is, and I hate to break it to you guys when it comes to the tactical stuff, Carrick's 4-4-2 formation or the 4-2-3-1.
Or the 4-3-2.
We don't play with the 6. We play with the opposite triangle in midfield because we have Bruno in the 10 and we have 2 8s working up and down. And again, if you have a player like Tchouaméni, are we going to play with a 6 and 8 and a 10? Or are we going to go with an opposite triangle with Bruno and another one a little bit higher and Tchouaméni as the holding DM? And do we see for real Carrick doing this next season?
He's got to be flexible. He can't just stick to a 4-2-3-1. That was Erik ten Hag's downfall. He stuck to 4-2-3-1. When he changed it slightly, we won games of football. Amorim, his downfall, 4-3-3. And it just didn't work for him. He just wouldn't deviate from that position. You've got to be flexible in the modern game. You've got to be able to play 4-2-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 4-5-1. You've got to be able to play these games, and to do that, you need players that can play in those positions and players that are flexible. How many times? And we don't like Guardiola, by the way, because we think Guardiola, he didn't invent football, by the way, for everybody, but he had the ability to change players and put them to suit, didn't he? Nunes came in from Wolves as a midfielder. He's been their most prominent right back. Ake was a centre half, their most prominent left back. Ait Nouri can't get a game for Toffee until what's his name, O'Reilly broke into the team. Now O'Reilly's the most prominent left back. Bernardo Silva floats across the pitch. Rodri, brilliant 6. And this is what they do, and they were able to manipulate other teams by pulling them apart. And the only way to pull them apart is to be flexible in your position. So if we bring in a Camavinga, Jarvis, then we need resilience above him, don't we? So if you bring in Camavinga, perhaps you don't play Tchouaméni and Camavinga in the same team. Perhaps you play Edison, and perhaps you play Edison for his energy and Bruno for his passing ability. And then you play 2 10s, which I don't like out wide, by the way, as you know. I prefer them a little bit more tucked in so that the fullbacks can get across and have your single striker. But if you don't play Camavinga and you play an Edison and a Mainu as your 2 8s, as you quite rightly say, to push up, and then you use 3 10s, which is Bruno and Buemo. We're just talking. And you then use a single striker of Sesko, or you don't use a Sesko, and you put Ahmad on the right, and then Buemo through the middle. So you're flexible in those. You've got to be able to change, and I want Carrick this year to be able to change. That's all I'm looking at. That's honestly all I'm looking at, Jarvis. I agree wholeheartedly what you're talking about, because you're a bit like me. I know you like the way Carrick plays, but I know you think he's a bit stubborn as well. I get that, and you're right. He has played more often. He used Casemiro more as an 8, didn't he, rather than a 6?
For me, it has nothing to do about him being stubborn. I just see him as this is the way he likes to play, and I can't quite see him playing with a single 6. I know we can do it at times. I know Tchouaméni would probably be good when we are up, let's say 2-0 at halftime, and we want to see out the game. Or if you're under pressure, maybe we need to play with the back 5. You can drop down Tchouaméni as one of the centre backs. You know, I see options with Tchouaméni, but playing him as a single 6, I don't see Carrick doing this. At least not at this stage, at this rebuild. I think it will be more for next year when we have better players and we can dominate teams more. You know, if you go back, let's say from January until now, we have been like shadow boxing. You know, if you do comparison with boxing, for example. So I know you like boxing, and you know you have defensive boxers. You know, sits down with the guard up, walking away and waiting for that one counter punch, and I feel that we are at that stage at the moment. We're not technically, we're not good enough, we're not strong enough to go in and dominate the opposition. And you know, as soon as we go with the single 6, we have to do it. We will play with, as you said, maybe 3 10s and 1 holding, and I think the goals will leak in, and not just because of Tchouaméni, but also because of we have Maguire, who's not good enough to push up the line, because in football it's all about staying compact, about staying compact and defending as a unit, up and down. You know, we will expose ourselves, and same goes for De Ligt. You know, his recovery paces and all that, and Luke Shaw, his recovery paces and all that. That's why we have to rely on a player like Dalot all the time. We're not playing Mazraoui, even though Mazraoui is a pacey player. Dalot is a step ahead of him, and we have to rely on a player like Dalot to be the recovery pace at times in the way you play.
The 6 will take that problem out away, though, because you're absolutely right. When you play with 2-8, you're relying on your centre half to move into the 6th position. You've got to play with a 6 somehow. Somehow you play with a 6. At some point, somebody will pick up the ball in the 6th position and will do what a 6 does, gets it and moves it. Whoever that may be, whether that's Bruno, whether that's Mainey, whether that's Camavinga, it doesn't matter. Somebody will drop into that position right in the centre spine, just outside the 18-yard box, and they'll take it from Maguire and then they'll move it up. And that's what a 6 does. So ultimately, you will have to play with a 6. The thing is, right, the thing is, and this is the thing with modernism, and I guess I kind of don't like modernism in football for this reason. You look at certain elements of the game. Oh, well, we'll play Messi as a false 9. But the clue is in the name, is in the wording, 9. We're going to play him as a 9. Yeah. The clue's in there, you know. And the thing about it is, you're able to play with a 6 if you're dominant, and a dominant 6 is a clever 6. He's not all for smashing into tackles. He's not all for fucking pulling out 40, 50-yard passes. He gets it and he moves it. Rodri is the one that you know, you look at and you think, wow, that's how to play football. Pass, move, pass, move, pass, move. And he does it all in the middle and he fans out occasionally. That's how he's doing. You watch Rodri goes like that and he'll fan out when he needs to. And then he'll migrate back to the middle. So, and I agree with you. I don't think, if you don't have a 6, I don't think we've got the recovery pace of Maguire anyway. You know, I've always said this. And
I think that's one of the biggest problems, and that's why I didn't actually wanted to keep Maguire, because he has his limitations. He has his strong sides. He's very good, you know, when it comes to aerial abilities. He's so much stronger than, for example, Martinez and even Lenioro. But again, I felt that we are still, you know, trying to fit what do you call it, square pegs into round holes with Maguire. It's not that type of centre back for the way we want to play. But that's why we made Maguire a additional year and we are going to be more expensive after next summer transfer window when we have the quality to actually dominate other teams. That's how all rebuilds have gone so far, but we have stumbled, in that third year when we're trying to play more expensive. But again, I think that's the master plan in all of this. It's the most sensible thing anyway.
It is. What does work for us though is Lammens' more elevated position. So Senna Lammens is more, he will play penalty spot upwards. If you do lack pace in the middle, you've got that 6-4, we'll just call them a 4 as a centre midfielder and 1 as a goalkeeper, usually about 10 yards between the 3, so that nobody should get in between, nobody should get in the pocket. And that's the idea of that positioning. Don't allow them to get in the pocket, don't allow them behind you. But you're right. And we have other players, certainly last season when Carrick was, and I tell you, he was brilliant at finding the pocket, Tonali. We both spoke about it, didn't we, on that game? He destroyed Bruno and Casemiro that day. He got in between the pocket all the time, and he used it. We lost the game 2-1. Joe Linton penetrated the pocket brilliantly. I think Bruno Guimaraes didn't play that game, did he? So Tonali was at the top of his game, if I remember. Even Lewis Hall found the pocket. Even Lewis Hall found the pocket nicely. So we can't afford to do that. And I think that's the biggest issue for me with the way that Carrick wants to play. I'm not saying a 6 is the way forward, Jarvis. I'm saying flexibility is the way forward.
It's a flexible option, and I get your point. But that's my worry with Camavinga, with Tchouaméni. Is he the type who can actually operate as a good enough number 8 for us to come in and dominate?
I don't think you play him as an 8, pal. That's one thing. That's one thing I totally agree with you. I don't think you play him as an 8. So the interesting thing for you there would be Camavinga is a better all-round option over Tchouaméni. 100% correct. Camavinga can operate in an 8. We've seen him do it.
Yeah.
And you're right, he can operate as a left back. You're absolutely 100% right. So he can offer you that flexibility that Tchouaméni can't. But when your back's against the wall, and we looked at Man United Bournemouth, didn't we? We did the review on that, and we both said that was a difficult game of football to play in. The Leeds game, Manchester United, when it was a 1-1 draw, was it, or did they beat us? No, we drew, didn't we?
No, we drew.
We both said that was one hard game of football to play with. It just looked horrible in there, didn't it? It was a horrible game to watch. It looked horrible. There was no time for players and that. And Tchouaméni would fit that type of game. Beautiful, brilliant game for him. And he would do what needed to do. But Camavinga, I don't feel, would fit into that type of game. And that's how I look at it. But we don't have that ability to be able to turn around and say, well, actually, I don't fancy a Camavinga. Fergie, luckily, when Fergie was in his pomp, luckily he had a brilliant squad, and he's turned around and he said to Giggs, I'm not playing you in this game. It's not the right game for you, but I will play you. You'll play Saturday. So if it was a Wednesday game, you're not playing Wednesday, but you're going to play Saturday. And he knew how to keep his squad going. And I think Carrick's going to have to somehow get a squad together. He does that. And it might mean he plays. It might mean that he plays Bruno less next year, and he plays Mason Mount a couple of times more because he rests Bruno for certain games. I think he's going to have to start doing that. He's going to have to use his squad far, far better than I think he used it.
Yeah. I'm just going to say that I have some updates coming in from Rushmano, none other, one of the chief moderator himself, and he knows everything about transfers. So let me just upload the latest from Rushmano, and it's something about Tchouaméni. So just give me 2 seconds, and it will upload. And a lot of good comments, guys. And it's. I don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. But that's why we are here, to talk it out and try to figure out what's actually going on. And will Tchouaméni suit in our midfield? Will Camavinga actually do a better job? I was thinking maybe I want to do a quick breakdown on Camavinga just for the hell of it, because we know that the reports say that both of them are available. So we might as well could end up signing Eduardo Camavinga at the end. So let's just be prepared. He's a little bit shorter than Tchouaméni. He's only 182 centimeters, but he's younger. He's 23. It's France. His transfer value is 60 million, so it's a little bit cheaper than Tchouaméni. If you look at his positioning, left back, left midfielder, central midfielder, and DM. So in a way, he's more versatile because of his left foot. Player traits, touches, it likes to be in the build-up of play. Defensive contributions is still strong, but it's not as strong as Tchouaméni when it comes to aerial duels.
No.
It's mediocre when it comes to chances created. So he does contribute a little bit, but not much, 46%. And also when it comes to goals, 51%. So if you go down and look at his season, 16 games started and 29 matches. So he came off the bench in half of the games. 1,500 minutes played and only 1 goal, 0 assist for a title charging Real Madrid. Average rating 7.04. And if you go down and look at his stats per 90 goals, there's not much. Passing ability, successful passes, 90.8 percentile, 93 percentile. So he's good on the ball. Accurate long balls, 3.36. So he can dictate play a little bit deeper of the pitch. That's positive. And he's very accurate when it comes to his long balls. He's in the 92.3 percentile of the top 5 leagues. So 72.2% of all his long balls is successful. That's strong numbers. If you go down to his defensive, his possession contributions, average dribbler, wins a lot of duels, 7 duels per 90. That's strong, 83.1%. Duels won. He's in the 95.1 percentile. So he wins the majority of his duels, and that's strong. Aerial duels compared to Tchouaméni was 100%. You clearly see that we are a step down, but again, it's good numbers. He's winning the majority, 55.6% of all his aerial duels. And touches, dispossessed, fouls won. Let's go to his defending. So his defensive contribution, he has 6.72 per game. So he's in the 88th percentile. Interceptions, tackles, 3.83. Tchouaméni only put in 3 tackles. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but he's poorer when it comes to interception, so he doesn't read the game as good as Tchouaméni. Clean sheets, goal conceded, discipline. He has some yellow cards. So that's the stats. Did you see anything that caught your eye?
No, apart from this versatile. I've seen him play a few times at Real Madrid. He's never really opened my eyes and thought, wow, that's perfect for us. I think there's better out there, and I think, to be honest, Jar, he would command a similar amount of money, 60, 70, 80 mil. And
but he's younger.
We've got to use that 80 mil. We've got to use that 80 mil wise, haven't we? I like the fact he's versatile for sure, but I would have Tchouaméni over Camavinga.
Yeah.
Look, our best option is Sangare.
Sangare, yes. Yeah. Obviously. Or Thunderbird.
Do we know what's going on in the chat?
Guys, please behave. Don't bicker in the chat. We are trying to keep an adult community. It's all about the community, guys, and we want to build the best community out there, and you guys can be part of it. And sometimes we have to swallow our pride. Sometimes we gotta realize that we are not always right about everything, and sometimes we just gotta say, okay, let's move on and stop arguing, because it's not just about you, it's about all of us and the community we are creating. So please, guys, behave and be nice to each other. That's all I want to say.
If you want to have a pop at people, have a pop at me and Jarvis. Don't bite at each other. No need.
No. That's fine. You can have a pop at me or Stu. Yeah.
We're big and ugly. Well, I'm ugly. Jarvis is. He's his haircut. Everybody, have you noticed? He's looking rather suave. today. Rather
A
suave.
haircut, yeah. I did the 8 millimeters, 12, and 14. And
I had a skin fade, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's. Somebody noticed it in the chat the other week. Said, "Oh, skin fade suits you." I think it was Tyrone. So
yeah. We have covered the Tchouaméni thing thoroughly.
Yeah,
I think for you guys. There's no actually big updates, but Rushmano sent me one. So let me just bring it up for you. Have it uploaded now. Give me 2 seconds, and I will share it with you guys. Thank you so much, Rushmano. So no, yes, here we go. So this came out from the Madrid zone. Again, you know, they know all about the French players. Just in, Tchouaméni is set to be out for France against Iraq tomorrow. We didn't train with the squad today. Reasons are unknown. So I don't know. Maybe he's traveling to Manchester for a medical in the World Cup.
I don't think it's going to bother France too much.
No. But again,
I think they might be all right. They might be all right.
And another report saying Tchouaméni did recovery work today with a little bit of cycling, and there are no worries when it comes to Tchouaméni. So again, I think it's nothing serious about his injury. So I think the Man United Tchouaméni is still on. So there's nothing to worry about, guys. And you know, let me know in the chat. Would you take Tchouaméni as for 80 million pounds, for example?
Let us know what you think.
Just say yes or no. Yeah, Yala is saying there's sickness at the World Cup. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that as well, Yala.
Yeah, okay. And France don't need Tchouaméni to beat Iraq, though. Yep. Well, there's been many of upsets in this World Cup.
That is true. What about Caracas last night?
Yes, they drew. And Iran today against Belgium, they drew.
Should have won it, Iran.
Yeah, but they looked
that group. It's all been draws.
80 million pounds. Let's go with 80.
Yeah, it's all been draws, hasn't it, in that group? So that'll be interesting.
Gidonius, he takes Tchouaméni every day of the week. So yeah,
I think most people would.
But then Simba is cautious. He say, "Bro, I'm not believing the Tchouaméni thing until I see him holding up this shirt."
Fair play.
Yeah. That's where I come from when it comes to this Tchouaméni thing.
What's wrong with England?
Who's his agents do? Is it Jorge Mendes?
Probably. Yeah, it is. Actually, it is Mendes. I'm sure it is.
Yeah. We know he's juggling. He's playing also Jorge Mendes. You know, he's a cunning guy. He's a cunning guy.
Yeah, he's a very canny guy.
Yeah.
He's a pain.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been a goal. Cape Verde.
Oh, it's Cape Verde on. Okay, guys.
Okay. No, sorry. I got told off, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I got told off in last time I was watching the game, because we're football fans at the end of the day, are we not, Jarvis? And I got told off in the post comments, don't watch the game, it's too much of a chat. But Cape Verde,
yes, because when I talk to you sometimes fade out, and I have to repeat myself. So maybe that's why.
I'm sorry, because I was reading a comment actually, but he scored a hell of a free kick.
Yes.
By the way, so fair play to him anyway. Anyway, look, we're all football fans, and the World Cup is for us to enjoy, correct?
Yes. And now we lost about 10 viewers when Stu mentioned the World Cup game. So thank you guys for staying with us.
No, we didn't. We didn't lose 10.
No, we didn't. I'm just joking.
We got 5. By the way, old friend, wallop.
Next topic, Somerville. We have seen him for the Dutch team this World Cup, scoring in 2 games in a row, actually doing quite well, and I like him. I like Somerville. He brings something different. I think he could it be a good signing?
I don't think we need him first and foremost. So I think we should go with what we need first. But it appears like we quite like him from all accounts, and I think he's had an okay World Cup. And you're right, he scored 2 World Cup goals, and you can't take that away off anybody on their CV. He has been dangerous against us. He was fabulous against us that day at West Ham. He was absolutely brilliant that day. But I think for me, I think we need to get our midfield sorted properly first and foremost, and then he's a luxury player for me because he is a left-sided player, isn't he? Period.
Well, yeah, but we know we are looking at a left-sided player, and I don't know, because the thing is, now with West Ham, you have this Kretinsky guy, the chairman, who's actually now dealing and doing all the stuff. He's part owner, but I think he's trying to coop and buy himself a bigger stake at West Ham, and he wants to be part of the rebuild. We know that West Ham are struggling at the moment. They need to generate some money because before the end of the financial year, they are looking at sales. The report that came out said that he's not looking at selling the whole squad. He wants to keep as many as possible. So they will try to sell Fernandes, and maybe someone will. So could it be that we could get a bargain price buying 2 of them, let's say 120 for 2 of them, or because we know the valuation of Somerville, that's basically 50.
Look, the biggest problem for me is the first wave of signings you make have got to be first team. They've got to be first 11. I don't see Somerville making the first 11 unless you pull Cunha into his favourite position, which is an 8 or a 10.
A 10,
yeah. Unless you bring him into his favourite position, because we're playing him out of position on the left. We know that. We've spoken about it. Don't need to go over it. And then you bring in Somerville, which then suggests to me you're going to play Dorgu at left back. Because I think Dorgu plays, doesn't he? I would say.
Yeah, that's the thing. Dorgu can come in. He can play as a left back, left winger.
One of the problem journalists have is when they make statements of signings, they've got absolutely zero idea on where that player is going to fit into the starting 11. So you're making a statement signing, we're going to go for Somerville, but you're not adding to it. There's no substance attached to it. The reason we're going for Somerville is because Carrick wants to play a 4-4-2, and he wants to play with 2 out-and-out wingers, one on the left, one on the right. So he's removing the 2 10s, and he's going to play with 2 strikers up top. And that's how he's going to play it. And after 70 minutes, he's going to then change to his favoured 4-3-3 system. That's what substance is when you're talking about putting a player into your thinking when you sign it. I don't see there's any thought process behind Somerville signing for Manchester United. There is Matheus Fernandes. You could tell me the thought process behind that. So could every Devilish Tactico. But when you look at the Somerville thinking, the Diamandi thinking, I don't see it.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Well, the report that came out yesterday from Romano said Somerville also set to leave West Ham with several clubs calling, and Man United are informed on price and added his name on shortlist. More Premier League clubs are also keen on him, and PSG interest develops on the Barcelona Diamandi. So yeah, but again, other clubs. We know that Arsenal are in for Rodgers, Liverpool, Diomande.
Well, Diomande can go to Liverpool as well.
He's out there, on the left-hand side. So again, I think Somerville is a good bet for Man United if we are going for a left winger.
But I don't see why we would make that anywhere near a priority. It doesn't make sense to me.
If we can do the deal for 50 million, yes, I think it's within budget.
It's within budget, but what if we would need, would you not use that 50 million for the play you really want in the centre of the park? I know we're talking about squad depth and squad balance, but I don't understand why we would consider Somerville. I can't see any reasonable logic behind that? That's where I'm going.
We definitely need to sign 3 midfielders. That's for sure. And I agree. But we have money available. That we know we have money available. We even borrowed more money a week ago. So another $100 million dollars. So I think we have the funds. It's more about are we willing to go broke? Are we willing to spend all?
I don't know, but possibly. But if you bring Rashford back, because we don't sell him to Bayern Munich or we don't sell him to Tottenham or Arsenal, wherever, then you've no reason to buy Summerfield, have you?
No, well, I think there is a reason, because as I said, the balance is wrong. We need someone to hug the line, to be that threat on the left-hand side. We can't do it with even Dogger tends to cut inside, and we know Cunha. So again, I think the balance is something else.
Here's an interesting question from Dave, from King Carrick. Sorry, Dave. Is he just another Dan James, Stu? I think we both agree, won't we, Jarvis? Is a better quality of player than Dan James, and he will offer a lot in terms of his running ability and his dribbling ability. But it just doesn't make sense to me right now. If you've got 50 million quid left over at the end of the transfer window, Jarvis, then yeah, go and pay it. But right now, you've got to balance your midfield first. And maybe, as you quite rightly pointed out, either a left back or a fullback.
But if you think of it as a squad building exercise, as someone mentioned in the chat, we could have Cunha being the backup striker, and for Sesko, so Cunha and Sesko will rotate in the number 9 position. You will have then Somerville and Dorgu rotating on the left-hand side, Ahmad and Mbumo on the right. And then you have Bruno and Mason Mount in the 10. So again, we have rotate options and double coverage in all the front positions then. And we don't have to sign a backup striker, because the backup striker market this summer is very poor. We have been linked to Igor Thiago as the strongest link, I would say.
Yeah, but you're talking 9.
Besides him, they're all dross.
Yeah, Cunha's not a 9 for me at all. I wouldn't use him as a backup 9. He's not a 9 for me. Okay, I know Grace. Yeah, I was about to bring that up, Grace. You beat me to it. But you're talking the Premier League, and I don't think he's a 9 for us in the Premier League. What a 0 point if we've got 70 games playing Cunha in 35 of them. It's a waste of time.
Gidonia say 50 million for Somerville is a good deal if you look at the price for wingers these days. Yes, pace, quick turns, his ball control is very good, and his cost quick kills. Yeah.
It's just, do we need him?
And we have this guy. I've never seen him before.
Never heard of him.
Mark Klangridge.
Mark Clan.
Yeah, Klangridge. Yeah. The thing is, the other teams know we have more money, so prices go up. We need a striker, not a winger. Okay. But there are more ways to roam than we would like to admit. So again, yeah. Ben's in the building. We got Ben. Good evening, everyone. Smash the likes. Ben. Yes, guys. If you haven't, I'm not going to bother you all the time saying please do smash the like. But again, please do smash the like. I don't know. How many likes are we on?
I'll have a look.
Let us know.
Well, no, not let us know. We don't want any snow. We'd like it to cool down.
Let us know. Cunha in the 10 or left wing. Bench abs. Let's Bruno go. Okay. Well.
No, I mean, no, but that has got to be something where Carragher's got to grow a set of nuts this year at Blanco. I've got absolutely no problem with benching Bruno. Jarvis made a point a few weeks ago, pal. I don't know whether you saw it or not. Oh, bless her. Vicky's popped in with 5. Vicky, we will do that very, very soon, darling. Just one sec. Oh, that is absolutely mint, that is. We are on I don't know. I mean, like
we are on 86 according to the chat. And Simba say 85, and King Carrick comes in and say 86. So yeah, that's fantastic, guys. You know, I would hope that we could go to 100 before the end of the stream. So if you haven't, please do us a favor, smash the like, because we have Vicky in the building sharing a big donation for you guys, getting the green membership badge. And yeah, you can use now the member chat emojis with Jarvis and Stu, for example.
Yes,
Stu, do you have your reading glasses, or do you want me to do the honor?
We're gonna, before we go any further, we're gonna give Vicky the F off Guardiola, and we're gonna give her an absolute huge round of applause. Thank you so much, my darling. That is,
I think she deserves the Carrick, you know.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Yes.
So,
yes. Get those glasses on. Yeah, Vicky needs that. Absolutely, mint Vicky. Thank you so much, my darling. And Jarvis has got the old flashing glasses. So he will read out the 5 members. And if you're lucky enough to be a member, if you're lucky enough to be a member that Vicky has donated, please thank her in the chat. She's a legend. Here we go.
Okay, we have Mark Langridge 1632 received the first membership.
Who's Mark Clanbridge? Who's he? How's he?
Mark Langridge.
Mark Clan. Mark Clan.
We have Abs 7487 received the second one. We have Gregory Burke 2562. The third one, we have Yusef Mushi Sign the 2977, and Thomas Swatwed 5812. So guys, remember to thank Wiki in the chat for this lovely donation and supporting of the Tactical Devils community. Thank you so much, Wiki.
And she's been a member for 7
months.
Much
love out for you. Thank you.
She's been a member for 7 months as well.
Thank you. Thank you. As a father, thank you.
As a dad, thank you.
Yes.
Wow. That's been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Glasses, get out.
That was amazing.
Well, it's just sponsorship glasses. I received them from Goodyear, the tire manufacturer.
Funnily enough, my letterbox still hasn't buzzed.
I don't know. They sent an email. They said they have sent it to you months ago. So
unbelievable. Yeah. I'm going to go to fucking Goodyear UK and tell him. I should have given Vicky. I should have given the old Ted Baker. Sorry, darling. You'll get the Ted Bakers next time.
King Carrick coming in with compliments to Wiki. Yes. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Again. You're right there, King Carrick. 100%.
I would love for Jarvis to go on a rant on Goldilocks. Yep, it would be funny. Someone feed Jarvis 20 beers. But no. I don't want to get in a conflict with that guy. You know.
Goldbridge.
Yeah. It would be pretty. And I would probably be on the losing end of it anyway. So yeah. Don't want to mess with him.
You know, he's not that articulate, don't you?
Well, again, honestly, I have respect for him because what he have achieved in the YouTube world, and he has worked so hard, so many hours, so many years, doing his thing. But I don't always agree on his takes. But that's football.
I like Goldbridge. The only thing is, if you went in a debate with Goldbridge, he would shout you down rather than articulate a good argument. Whereas myself and Jarvis would articulate a solid argument, and it'd be like a fish.
Yeah, that's probably one of the problems. Sometimes he gets a little bit defensive, but again,
he does. But that's up to him.
Yeah,
that's up to him.
Good old Goldilocks. That's the name I gave him.
Wait. Is that what we call him? Is it Goldilocks? I didn't know that.
Goldilocks, yeah.
You're probably sued. We're going to get sued. Tactical Devils sued.
No, we don't want to get sued. We don't even want to get sued. Mark
right.
Goldbridge, if you're watching, please send us a raid whenever you do a show. we appreciate you, my man. Thank you.
Goldbridge raid. Goldbridge raid.
Yeah. This one came out yesterday. I just want to go quickly through it because I'm not sure if Laurie Whitwell is correct while reporting this, saying Man United have reached a verbal agreement with Lewis Hall over his summer transfer. It's, again, The Athletic and Laurie Whitwell. So, Stu, do you believe in this? Is it just Goff? Is it still the hurdle of Newcastle that's the biggest issue, not Lewis Hall himself?
I don't know why people report the fact that we've agreed we've agreed personal terms, because you're going to read personal terms with 100 players, and if you don't agree, if you can't agree a fee with the club, you may as well agree 10 pence a week with them, because it just doesn't matter. So I think it's there's probably some truth in it in terms of a due diligence point of view from the club. Would you be willing to take 100 grand a week? Yes, great, okay. An agreement, that's a verbal agreement, Jarvis. You haven't sent me a check this week. Why not? You know, it was supposed to be 20 pence. Where is it? You know, that's a verbal agreement between me and you that I get 20 pence royalty. Yeah. You know, that's all a verbal agreement is. So I would imagine they've sounded him out. He said yes, and that's all that is, really.
Yeah. You know,
that's all that is.
Yeah, we don't know much about this Lewis Hall thing. Again,
no,
it's nothing until we can strike a deal with Newcastle. I think Lewis Hall is on board if we can.
If we can do a deal with Newcastle,
I think that's the biggest hurdle. So again, we leave that dead until we know more about Newcastle. Yes,
I think Tottenham and Newcastle have got Tonali on the brain, haven't they? I think.
Yeah. So. Do we want to talk about Lucas Bergwall, the Swedish guy of Spurs? He's available apparently.
He wants to leave, doesn't he?
But he's never been linked to Man United, so I'm not even sure why I'm mentioning it. I'm just putting it out there.
Maybe not. Fair play to him. I think he's a good player, actually. I do quite like him.
I like Lucas Bergwall. I like him. I
do. I don't. I mean, you get him in as a squad player, yeah, absolutely. It'd be low money, low salary, yeah, absolutely. But I don't see that one, to be honest. Unfortunately.
Rashmano just sent me an update. There's an update on Matheus Fernandes. It's from Fabrizio. It's a big one. So yeah. Just let me upload it. Give me 2 seconds. Man United are working hard on the deal. I think that's the update, but let me just load it up and read it out to you guys.
We'll have a look at that. Maybe we'll do a quick analysis on him, but I don't think he's not what we need, Blank, to be honest. He's not what we need.
Okay, so this is a report. I haven't read it through, so let me just bring it up. From Fabrizio Romano saying Man United are working hard on a deal for Matheus Fernandes and are in talks with both the player and West Ham. So Spurs are pushing hard to reach an agreement with the player, but nothing is guaranteed. The feeling is that whichever clubs make the best offer to West Ham will be able to complete the deal for the player. This comes from Fabrizio Romano, and I would say from shooting from the hips, this is Jorge Mendes reporting to Fabrizio Romano to try to up the price. So again, I think it's just a big game at the moment. But Spurs, I don't think they have a chance. I think he's set to coming to Man United. All the reports now for a month have been saying that Matheus Fernandes wants Man United, and now suddenly Spurs coming in. And if Matheus Fernandes signs for Spurs, then Beigels, because he had no ambitions going to a club like that.
Yeah,
no Champions League, nothing, fighting relegation yet another year, and I get it, De Zerbi, but Man United is a one big step. So yeah.
I agree with Romano on this. I think that's really poor from Romano. That's just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
But
not.
you know, it is an update, but United are still working on it.
But he's not telling us anything. Again, you could have written that, pal. I could write that. Whoever pays the biggest money, you're going to complete the deal. Wow, fucking hell, really? What's your first clue on that one, Fabrizio? Do you know anything about business at all? You know, whoever offers the biggest. It's just. This is Fabrizio.
He's trying to create some drama. I think
that's what he's trying to do. He wants to give up.
Yeah,
yeah. Grow up on that. He really does. He's going to end up causing himself more harm. Fabrizio.
Yeah, but you know, we all agree with Jale coming in and say, Romano, what on earth happened to this guy? He is retelling everything. He's actually out of the loop at what's going on. And I think, you know,
generation click, as Vicky says. He's right.
Yeah,
she's right.
Yeah.
You're right, darling. Generation click.
Yeah, yeah. And Kevin, yes, but I think we will get the deal done as long as we can reach an agreement with West Ham and their chairman Kretinsky, or what's his name. So again, I think
it's something like that, isn't it? Katinsky or Karinsky, something like that.
Kretinsky, I believe his name is. Yeah.
Uruguay have just equalised.
Yeah, yeah. Jarvis, they do have a chance. They have the Serbia. Apparently, that's why Tonali wants to sign for. Again, yeah, but again, as a player, you know, I don't want him if you want to go to Spurs. You have no ambitions.
If you want to go to Tottenham,
I think we're better off. I think you're
sidestepping.
Good riddance.
Going from Newcastle to Tottenham, you're sidestepping. I actually think Tottenham will be quite dangerous this season. I really do. Hey, Helge, I really do. I think De Zerbi will get Tottenham into the top 6. To be honest, I think he'll get them to around 6th position. They have no Europe, nothing. So they made some great signings already. Robertson, Senesi,
Van Hecke.
They made some great signings. They had Tonali. They maybe had a striker. Some great signings. I wouldn't be surprised if Greenwood doesn't come back. I think they'll be okay, but they're not going to be anywhere near able to cope with what we do. Our problem is, Jarvis, is, as you quite rightly say, a potential 7,000 minutes worth of football. That's our biggest problem, and you need a bigger squad to do it. So I get the Somerville link, but I don't quite see the logic in it now. I might see the logic in it at the end of the transfer window.
I think we have nailed down Matheus Fernandes and obviously Ederson. So I think we have covered 2 of the 3 midfield spots. I think we will get the last one in when we sell Ugarte, and I think we are looking elsewhere right now because I think we know that Ugarte is going to leave, and then we will have maybe 30-35 millions available for that tier 3 midfielder. So again, you know, we have more money and. Now we are just reaching out, looking at what deal we can make. You know, Somerville, maybe Lewis Hall, maybe second striker, maybe.
I agree with you on that one. Yeah, I think Ugarte goes. I think if we're sensible, as I say, we get the Matheus Fernandes deal done. She's on about Romano there. You're absolutely right, darling. Yeah. We get the Matheus deal done. We don't bother about Somerville at the minute. We go and get our 3rd midfielder, and then we start looking at the peripheral of the team that we need, because that's what we must do. And if we're going to get Rashford comes back in, you can't rule that out, guys. That Rashford comes in, you can't. And if he does come back in, and he's hungry, and we see Barcelona Rashford, you're going to get 14, 15, 16 goals out of him next season. You are, you just are. In that case, do we need Somerville? So there's a lot for us to consider on that scale, I guess. But I'm with you on that one. Tonali wants to take a step to Tottenham. Go ahead, son.
Yeah,
go ahead on your bike. Bye. We're not interested.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Don't care. Players who have ambitions who want to come to Man United and build something, you know, and be part of a future winning team, hopefully. That's where we are at the moment, feeling the optimism for Man United. Yeah.
Have the balls to come to United. I'm really disappointed in Elliot Anderson if he does go to City. And we were in for him. If we were in for him, I'm disappointed in that because you haven't got the balls to play at Manchester United at Old Trafford. You'd rather go to City because you think it's a path of least resistance. Well, go ahead. I don't think it is at the minute, Jarvis.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they haven't even announced Maresca yet, have they?
No, they haven't cemented down the manager.
So you're going to go to City with no manager. You know it's Maresca. We know it's Maresca. You know, what's going to draw you to City apart from 300 grand a week, 400 grand a week, or whatever they're going to fucking pay you? And I don't think any chance of winning the league next season, personally.
Quick one on Bergvall. Rosmano told me I knew, but thank you for reminding me. Lucas Bergvall is actually a Man United fan. But for me, I think he's too injury prone, not the type of player I would like. Super talented, but again, too many injuries for my taste. So again, it's a no for me on Lucas Bergvall. Not the right type of player. We have Owen in the house coming in. Big up, Owen. Evening all. And a quick one from Kevin saying, Matheus Fernandes, Somerville, how much would that cost?
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Well, that's okay, Kevin. Just want to say, I read the report coming out from Mick Ruby, and he talked about we are trying to make a bargain deal as we did with Bayern Munich when we signed De Ligt and Masraoui at the same time. Remember the price we paid for Masraoui? Was it cheap? But it was a set price for two players, actually, that price. So I think we are trying to do something similar with West Ham at the moment. So I think it's not as easy as just adding 80 plus 50, and then you go with 130 million. I think we are trying to get a package price, let's say, of maybe 110 for both of them. Yeah. So we will have to see, but I think this is the strategy of Man United at the moment, according to our friend of the channel, Mick Ruby, MUFC Realist TV. So I think he made a good point when it came to that. Onana hasn't been sorted, but we know that the Trabzonspor chairman said that he would love to take on Onana for another season. So at the minimum, it will be a loan, but hopefully they will buy him. So he won't be our problem with his wages of 120k a week. Let me just scroll down. We have a lot of comments coming in from you guys. So yeah, quickly. I said that we were. Let me just check my notes here. Nathan the Cat Anderlecht. Do you think we should sign a cat? The cat, not just one cat, but the cat.
I don't know enough about the kid. It came out of the blue yesterday, didn't it? That
yes.
By all accounts, it's Club Brugge. Is that correct?
Anderlecht.
Oh, it's Anderlecht. Sorry. Yes. By all accounts, he's highly rated. But he comes in, doesn't he, as a squad player. So 2-1, by the way, to Uruguay. Comes in as a squad player. He's supposed to be, very, very highly rated, but
well, I don't know. He's only 17, and he played a full season for Anderlecht in the Belgium League. I don't know if it's the Belgium Super League. It used to be called the Jupiler League. Well, I don't know if it's. Thank you so much for the gifted membership, Vicky, and all the support.
Vicky's doing a charity walk. She's doing a ridiculous amount of steps. And she's been absolutely pounding away at it for the last week or two. She is at some point going to give a Just Giving page out, guys. So me and Jarvis will share the Just Giving page with you, and if you would donate to Vicky, because I promise you, she's been absolutely pounding her feet, bless her. So
Vicky, if you have anything you want us to share and to get it out there, the charity walk, so people can donate to the good cause, we would love to contribute and help 100%. Out. So if you have any links, anything, just put it in the chat, and I will bring it up and show people.
All right. No, darling, sleep tight. So I don't know enough about the kid, to be honest, to have a conversation about him. Unfortunately,
no, I had a quick look. As I said, he's 17. He's a tall guy. He's 180 was it 196 centimeters, so like 6'4" something, 6'5". He's a big guy. He's 17. He's played a full season for Anderlecht. Defensive midfielder. He's valued around 40 million euros. So he would be a prospect, someone coming in for the future. Yeah, we'll probably come in and be like the fourth choice midfielder at best.
Yeah,
or someone we buy and just send him out on loan for another season.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't get him at 40. You wouldn't pay 40 million for him. 17-year-old kid. I think you'd probably pay 20, 25 mil for him.
Well, you know, the cats, you shouldn't,
underestimate
the cats. The cat is out of the bag now. Yeah.
I don't know, pal. I don't know. But, you know,
no.
good luck to the guy.
Yeah. But for me, I think I like this kind of rumors. They are interesting, but, you know, this is the guy.
Well,
if you haven't seen him
they dressed him up in a United shirt. I'm like,
yes, they did.
Amazing.
Apparently, but again, you know, I think coming directly from the Belgium league into the Premier League, although we did it with Sané Lamens, but that's goalkeeper playing as a DM. That's too hard. But
I mean, it's good for him though. He's a young Belgian coming into the club with another young Belgian. Sané Lamens is a single man, isn't he? So I think that'd be ideal for the kid if he comes in.
Vicky comes in and say the charity walk, it's for diabetes, you know, young minds, mind and help the heroes. Yeah. 1,500 miles in 90 days. Wow.
Jesus. You've been amazing, honey. Absolutely amazing. So we will support you when you're ready to let us know. We'll support you 100%.
If you have the link ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow night we are going to do the Jarvis's Corner, and I saw a couple of questions. This coming in from Francisco saying, "Is Jarvis's Corner part of the same Tactical Devils?" Yes. Jarvis's Corner is the Monday night panel show with me, Stu, and Mark, and other guests like Nuruddin, like Mick Ruby coming on, and other guys. So then we do a more of a debate show and talk.
Yeah, and we have Francisco. We have a brilliant Q&A at the end.
Yes. So you know, that's a cornerstone of the channel. Jarvis's Corner has been around for years.
Oh, it does. So our cornerstone is, I always say, we've got 15 minutes worth of Q&A, and half an hour later we're still at it. And the
2 hours later,
we love the question. We have some great questions. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Do we give it to Dallo? Of course, Gracie. Of course.
I need to create a Dallo jingle like this one with Dallo.
Moments we play good, sometimes we play bad.
By the way, did everybody see Nicholas Jackson's performance the other day? Couldn't hit a barn door, but he played very well. Hold up play. Absolute menace.
Yeah.
Absolute menace. Played very, very well. Scored 15 goals for Bayern last season, you know, by the way. Bit part player.
Good night.
Good night, my darling. Good night. Bit part player. Just saying.
Nicholas Jackson. Ooh.
We want you.
Yeah, we want you. Twalumba Piri coming in saying big up to the Tactical Devils. Yes, big up Twalumba, big up. Thank you for tuning in. And guys, if you are new, if you just arrived, please do us a favor, smash the like. And we are on 103 likes according to Andrea Simba in the chat. Thank you so much to all of you. You know, it's not every show we do 100. You know, that's something big, 3 digits. So thank you so much, guys, for contributing. I know not all of you likes to push a like, but some of you watch on the big screen, the telly, whatever. So it's always difficult. And we have a super chat from Owen coming in and say,
Owen, you absolute legend. We do want Welbeck. Owen, we do want Welbeck.
Let's do the F of Guardiola for Owen.
Yeah, too right. Look, we'd all take Welbeck back. Brilliant second striker. Probably get us 8 to 10 goals. next season. No messing around. Absolutely brilliant.
But he's old. Is he 35 next season?
Yeah, he's about 35. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could still go. He could still go.
Yeah, he can still go.
Yalam Amin has also been on. Thank you very much for that, Ian. Owen. As always, mate, you're an absolute legend. We've been talking about a charity stream. We've got to make sure our diaries align for us to be able to do that. That is something we would do, and we would get loads of guests on throughout the day and night. And we'd hope to raise a lot of money for our chosen charities, but we need to align our diaries for that.
24-hour stream. I'm 48 years of age, so I can't stay up for 24 hours. That's
am I 50?
Only when I'm drinking. Only when I'm drinking.
What we'll do, we'll have to drink. Am I 52? No, not 52.
24-hour breakdown of a. Yeah, let's do a keg.
Yeah, no, I think what it would be, pal, is we would have to do 3-4 hour stints together and then a couple of hours off, that type of thing. Get people to do a couple of hour stints, just like Nuruddin and Mark. And when we have a bit of a break and do it like that. So yeah, we'd have to do it for.
You have to think about that, and also what charity to donate to. That would be amazing if we could do something like that.
I'd love to do it for Alzheimer's for my mum.
Yes, 100%.
My mum. And I know there's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people who've got their parents affected by Alzheimer's. So.
Thank you, Owen. Thank you. My favorite channel.
Oh, thank you. Owen, that's very kind. No, that is very kind.
Quick one from Dave saying 2 years ago I wanted us to sign Undav from Brighton. Another one got away. Yes, you have had a brilliant World Cup. Looking very good for Germany, scoring 2 goals yesterday against Ivory Coast, and he also scored in the first game. So again, I think he's on 3 goals, 4 goals, 2 assists or something so far.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Undav, yeah, I agree. But he was never the first choice. That was the time when they had Ferguson as their first choice striker, and Undav only came on as a sub.
Yeah, he came on as a sub.
Yeah.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, there you go. She thinks you look younger.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm only 22, Grace. So
But you look 17, so yeah.
I've had a fucking hard paper round. Jesus. Fuck me. I've had a hard paper round. Oh yeah. That's what they say in the UK. Fuck, he's had a hard paper round. Jesus.
Coffee and no sleep for the last 15 years.
Coffee and no sleep.
But 22.
Right, yeah.
Not a day older.
Talking of which, I've got a charity football match on Sunday next week.
Ooh.
This week. It's for my friend's daughter who passed away. So we're doing a charity match.
Yes. The one that you have been doing.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah. We've been doing it again this year.
Yeah. On other more serious notes, we saw this report coming out yesterday. Mark Hughes. Some sad news that came out that Mark Hughes' son passed away suddenly and unexpected. This came out yesterday, and this report also saying absolutely devastating news as Mark Hughes has suffered a sudden and tragic loss of his son Alex Hughes, who has passed away at the age of 38. So our thoughts are with Hughes and his family, and the same goes from the Tactical Devils community, from me, Jarvis, and from Stu. That's.
It's horrible, isn't it? And there's there doesn't appear, unless people know about it. I don't know what the cause was. So
no, we don't want to speculate either.
I don't want to speculate either. So, but our thoughts are with Sparky and his family.
Yeah, it's always tough, for the Man United legends, coming out. It's something like that. And I see rest in peace, Alex, and much love coming out from the community. So
Yeah.
So thank you guys for that one. The last news I want to bring up before we wrap up is this one, Stu, and it's about the stadium and where are we going. So Old Trafford and the container yard that Man United are trying to buy to build a new stadium on. I don't know if you've seen it, but this is the area. Freightliner.
Freightliner own it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, it's containers and train tracks.
I mean, they're willing to sell it, but they want a lot of money for it. They want something like 400 million for it, from what I can gather. But there's been a bigger shift because the Andy Burnham, who was the mayor of Manchester, got elected to Parliament, and he's going to be running for Prime Minister. Fucking, would you believe this country? Fucking hell. Anyway, he's running for Prime Minister potentially, or he's going to be running to be the leader of the Labour Party who are in power. So they were suggesting that because Burnham was a driving force behind it, the new mayor may or may not be. But I would imagine if Burnham got in as Prime Minister, then I can't see too many issues with it. Also, I think we're so far down the tracks with it, excuse the pun, that it's just a matter of time. They've just got to sort out what's going on really in terms of. They do, yeah, Simba. They want 400 million, but it's a big space, and Manchester United. I'm sure they're finding ways of wanting to do it in terms of potentially sponsorship. I would imagine we'll give you.
I'm not local. I'm not English. I've never lived in the UK. So tell me, what are we looking at? Is this all the containers coming in with shipments from the dock into the city center, and it's driven out from this area and out with all the merchants and goods for the city?
So the Southport docks, Liverpool way, and they are using. So this is all rail freight that goes up and down the country, and it's a variety of different things. So it's a big, as you can see. So you can't actually see it. When you walk to United, you can't really see it. You've got no idea it's there. I've been going for United for years, and we know there's railway tracks in and around the club, as we know. But yeah, I've never really.
You should think if the Manchester area, the north, is wants to develop the area, they would be willing. There should be forces telling them to sell, and even Freightliner should be interested in helping to refurbish the Manchester area.
Yeah, it's all the thing.
So at the end, it could be a win-win, for all parts.
Yeah, but the problem with the railway network is you can't just build another terminal. Because you've got to attach it somewhere. So it's quite difficult.
So you got to build a whole new infrastructure and not a whole different place.
It's a difficult deal to do. Because you can see there's 8, 9 tracks across.
Yeah, at least.
They're all feeding in across. Yeah. So, and they're going to a single line or a double line. So it's really quite difficult. It's not a question of, right, we'll just move you here to here. You've got to be able to make sure you got the infrastructure to add to it. So it's quite a difficult deal. And I would imagine eventually it will get done, but I think it's a difficult one to do.
Yeah, and Simba still got that they're going to tear down Old Trafford. Liverpool are our biggest rival, and they have maintained Anfield. What the fuck are we tearing down our ground? So again, I think it's about money and the American way.
No, our problem is we've let it rot and dilapidate so much. It will cost 9 billion quid to refurbish the stadium. So you may as well just build another one.
Yeah, that's the thing. Big up, Monty. Good to see you in the chat. My home record post Fergie has been great, and moving into a new stadium.
Make it work.
Yeah. Creativity coming in from King Carrick saying, why can't we do a deal and the shipping containers business stay under the stadium? I'm sure it's doable.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what they're looking at. I'd
So you
imagine
just build tunnels, basically.
Yeah, they're looking at the logistics of it. But it's still, you've still got to buy the ground off a Freightliner because you've got to be able to build on it. So, and it's worth a lot of money. Be worth a lot of money to Freightliner. You're not going to get that for 50, 60, 70 million quid.
No.
Freightliner is one of the biggest freight companies in the UK in terms of rail.
Okay. So, Johnny Kermode say basically the UK government is looking at moving that Freightliner hub to St. Helens.
Yeah, it'll take forever, that one.
Yeah, it will take many years. For those who don't know, St. Helens is in Merseyside, about 20 miles west of Manchester.
Right. Yeah, it'll take a long time, that one.
Yale also comes in. Problem with Old Trafford is that stadium is done. Cement rocks is falling from the roof. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest problems.
We've got to do something with that stadium.
You know, guys, I like to share always stuff from my life. So this is what I did 4 hours ago with my kids.
Oh, fishing. Very
in
nice.
the river, fishing with the kids. You know, there's such a nice place. So this is what we caught.
Very cool.
Yeah. There you have Jarvis with the kids outside, being the outdoorsy man that he is.
Yes, I'm way more private with my life.
So I'm basically Bear Grylls.
You are Bear Grylls
on my free time. Yeah.
Did you get what pegs did you get Philip in the end? By the way, I meant to ask.
Oh no, I didn't get him anything yet. We are looking at the what's the name, FS60.
He's got to go F50s. Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah, the F50s. Yeah.
He's got to go F50s. The new ones are really nice, pink and white. The World Cup F50s are nice.
Well, have you ever tried those with the socks? You know, the one that you just pull.
I can't get it. I can't get them on my feet. I tried it once and I didn't like it.
Okay.
But they're awful. They're terrible. And the laceless ones are awful. They're just awful.
Okay.
And you've got to use a tool. You've got to use a shoe tool. No, they're just awful. Not for me. The kids don't care, do they? You know, because they get the parents to tie the boots up. They don't care. No,
I hate tying up the time boots. You know, at training, that's what I do. I tie boots for 15 little guys.
15 kids. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, Jakey, when Jakey was smaller, he had the socks. He had Nikes with socks, and he loved them. But I couldn't get my fucking foot in them. I don't get it, because when you look at him, you've got to really stretch. I just don't see that. I don't see the point in it. It didn't do anything for your ankle. So no, get him basically some Copper Monday Owls. So your Uncle Stuart from the UK.
Basically, that's what he's playing with at the moment. Adidas looks like the old Copa Mundial, but it's the one but that's, I think it's black and orange on the side.
Nice.
I think it's one of the first editions of Predator or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you wear those as well, don't you?
Yeah. But Philip has the ones. Yeah. So that's the one he's wearing right now. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Crikey.
But
God, when Jake
and
was
we have a game
Phillips
tomorrow night. We have a game, the last game before the summer break, and yeah.
God, when Jake was Phillips' age, he had to have the new colour every 3 fucking months.
No.
Jesus, Jake, honestly. Fucking, I was buying Jakey 4 pairs of boots and 4 pairs of trainers a year, just so I could keep up. I used to hate it when they started changing. Every time they changed the colours, I'd notice them on the. I'd go,
okay,
that's more money.
Well, maybe you spoil them a little bit. Then
do you know what it is? Do you know what it really is?
It's your interest in
it wasn't necessarily Jakey's, it was mine. So every time the new ones are coming, I said, "Oh, should we go and have a look?" And he'd be going, "Yeah, go on then." And he'd try them on, and that's it. You know, bang, only 40 quid a pop, so it didn't really matter. But yes, it was my interest. I was the first pair of boots we bought. I was so excited. I mean, I was more excited than he was.
Yeah.
Like
literally. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I couldn't wait
to
take him in.
Dave never got into fishing. He'd rather have a round of golf or a game of snooker. Yeah, I also play golf, by the way.
I don't play golf or snooker.
You don't?
No, I'm no good at golf.
You should go
Right.
golfing. It's good for you. You get exercise, you get to walk, you get to be outside.
Bicycle.
Yeah. And I brought Philip to the golf course yesterday, so we had the I'm trying to teach him the. Look at that.
Oh, he's done all right there.
Yeah. He's doing well.
He was happy with that. I like his Norway shirt.
Yeah, it's a Norway shirt and a Man United hat.
Yeah, what's he got on his feet? Some Nikes?
Yeah, no, something.
They're not Nike to me.
Yeah.
You see, that was my biggest. Jakey was always Nike. He loved Nikes because of Wayne Rooney and his favourite players, Ronaldo. They were all in Nikes. So that was the only thing I didn't like. I got him into Predators once and had his best goal scoring season, 18. But he claims it got nothing to do with the boots. He was just on fire that season. I said it's got everything to do with the boots. No. Could I get him into any Copa Mundials? No chance. Not a hope. I had to buy him a new pair the other day. He's 25. But again, I didn't. I don't mind. I quite like it. I do like it.
Gregory Burke comes in and say the fishing was about spending time making memories with his kids, not the actual activity. And then I think you are spot on there, Gregory. I'm not the biggest outdoors man, but doing stuff like that's always cherish memories that we always keep within your heart. And kids grow up so fast that you never know before it's over. That's just.
Do you know what they do? And that's the thing, because my lad, they're all the same, aren't they? Male models, they've got big mops on the top of their heads and that type of thing. I'm just getting WhatsApp on my machine. I'll send you a video that Jakey did yesterday, which he sent me. He's a budding DJ. If you bear with us one sec, you might have to turn it around though.
Spinning plates.
Yeah. Oh. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp, Jarvis.
You can send it to me. We can show it tomorrow, so we have time to prepare, and I can turn it so it will be better on screen. Yeah. Just share it on WhatsApp.
I'm hugely proud of him. Cool. Proud of him. I'll send it to you,
guys. I hope it's not too personal when we do stuff like this. I like to share, a little bit from our lives, and we have become in a way kind of friends, doing this thing for years. So I feel that I know you, even though I just see the names.
That one's one that. Oh no, that's not it. That's his eulogy. Jesus, forget that one.
No, yep.
God, I've got so many videos.
Send it to me tomorrow, Stu, and we will show it on Jarvis's corner, and we will do it at the last 10-15 minutes.
I'll send it tomorrow. Yeah, because
do that.
Yeah, I'm super proud of my son. Super proud of him.
Guys, I think it wraps up the show. We have been doing 2 hours 7 minutes, so we are running late, but we have a lot of likes, a lot of views. You guys, we have Stu, we have me. Is the game still on? Is Uruguay still playing?
There's about 30 minutes to go. Uruguay 2-1 up against Cape Verde.
Okay.
You can watch the game. There's not another one, I don't think. I think there's one at 5 a.m, isn't there? I'm not quite sure now. I've lost total track of time. But tomorrow, we're on at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. I was about to say it, I will share this for you guys. So tomorrow, the show, Jarvis's Corner, is on, but we are going live UK time, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. UK time. So we will be done before the Iraq-France game, we will get to see the whole game, and that's the show for tomorrow. And also, I will, after this show ends, you will get redirected to this show. So if you can go in and just like the show early, and that's all I want you to do, and press the notification. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the link to the show. I just put it in the live chat for you guys, so you can go over there and help out the algorithms. There will be a cracking show tomorrow. We will do the Jarvis's Corner debate show. I will call Nuruddin and ask him if he will come and join us, and Mark will be there. Or if not Nuruddin, I will try to reach out to Mick or someone else. So we will be a full panel of 4 guys tomorrow. Yeah,
Johnny K, if you want to come on. Yeah,
Rich,
anyone
whatever. So we will see. We will try to get you guys a cracking show. There will be more United news, more to talk about, and yeah, you know the drill. So thank you everybody for tuning in. You will be redirected over to tomorrow's show. Remember, 8 p.m. UK time, 1 hour
UK.
earlier than usual. And yeah, and guys, I just want to thank. I forgot before we wrap up, Stu. Do we have time for a couple of quick questions from Bilal?
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah,
two. Okay.
2 questions.
So first question: have you ever been captain?
Oh yes, yeah, the mighty Tipton Town. I've captained Wellington Amateurs. What have I captained? Who was I captained? Oh, I captained a team called Claverley. That's about it, really. Oh, school captain now and again. That's about it, really. But yes, in answer to your question, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also captain my team a couple of times, a couple of years, a couple of seasons. Mainly because I was the older player on the team, but you know, I've never been that type of leader, but I do my thing, you know.
Yes,
it's how I am. Another quick question. This one is from Stu. Question to post Stu: can you rap John Barnes' verse from The World in Motion?
I'll need to learn it, so I'll have a look at it tomorrow, and I might have to read the lyrics as I'm doing it, but I'll rap it for you tomorrow, Bilal.
and yeah, I also have a quick one from Dave saying, do you think we have the quality on the wings to tackle the Champions League?
No.
Not right now.
No.
Yeah.
We again get your midfield done first, and then potentially let's have a look at the wings. But our midfield's absolute top priority for me. Top priority.
100%.
Somerville can come later, but top priority for me.
Yes, guys, that's the end of the show. I want to thank Blank for coming in with 3 fantastic super chats. Thank you so much, Blank, for your donations to the channel. I want to thank With the Bird for gifting 5 Tactical Devils memberships, and also Owen coming in with a super chat. So, guys, really appreciate all the contributes and the donation you give. And also, you don't have to give a donation, you just have to be part of the show. And yeah, thank you Bilal, all the time for being a moderator and keeping the chat in check, you know, when we have problems.
You gotta hold and give, but do it the right time. You got it. Yeah, I'll learn it tomorrow, Bilal, and I'll do it tomorrow night. Johnny K, if you're around tomorrow, you want to come on the show, let us know. 8 o'clock.
Yes, let us know.
I know you claimed or quipped that he was working at that particular time, but
working.
Yes.
No, Johnny K works hard.
I mean, he's a legend. Johnny K is absolute legend.
He's a legend.
Now, Johnny K could definitely, he'll know the words Bilal to that, guarantee you, because he knows a lot of stuff.
He knows everything, Johnny K. He's a walking encyclopedia when it comes to
rap.
Yeah. Guys, 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Jarvis's Corner. You will be redirected over there. Go smash the like early, and leave a comment, and we will be going and probably have 5,000 views on tomorrow's show. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed.
5,000 views, that will be amazing. We'll both do a rap for you if we get 5,000 views. Crikey. We've been doing all right. We've been doing all right lately, considering the World Cup. We're still hovering, aren't we, at a good amount of views? But pre-World Cup, we were doing very well, weren't we?
Okay, guys, that's the
Thank
end
you.
of the show. Redirected, you know the drill. Leave a comment after the show. Hype the show if you have hype points available and all that jazz. Thank you. Have a good night and see you on the next. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.